Oh, the blood deck? Okay. That's fair. Okay. We'll add some chomps after this. My problem is, so the rough thing about Chomp is that he's not hate for the Yeti deck. Yeah, seems great. Maybe I just want a Chaos Gate in the board. I think that card's probably pretty good. Maybe put like one Chaos Gate, one Chomp. Yeah, sure, but Yodel's not as popular at the higher portion of the ladder as it is in the lower portion of the ladder. So Howling Brave out of Kaigalichu probably means the typical Crusader deck. Okay. So probably play this for Wild and then play Sensei next turn. Scorn is better than Chomp right now. It can answer Might Singer or Hierophant that's grown and take care of Dark Heart before you have to sack something. That's fair. Speaking of sacking something, its Extinction's probably gonna be pretty good. Maybe we wait and see. We might need to Extinction on 4. We might not necessarily have another Blood Shard. So I guess we're gonna wait on that and play this, and I'm gonna play this Sensei out so we can guaranteed hit a shard. I guess next turn we can play this and attack with speed and ramp. That's good. And this can't be blocked except by troops with power less than it, so we're not gonna be blocking that. He said, "Wow, you play Kaigu? How is that?" Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and play. I have plenty of rabbits. I'm gonna play at least one of these out for blood. I'm gonna play Runeer and offer the trade with his Might Singer, which I assume he's gonna decline. Yeah, the format changed a lot. Not only did we get a new set release, but all of the gems rotated. So a lot of the most powerful decks last season were defined by the gems that went into cards. So all of the cards with sockets in them changed as well, in addition to rotation. In addition to not rotation, a new set being introduced. That feels really good. Just get a resource, and he didn't trade, so we just get to attack next turn too. So we're taking a good bit of damage this turn. Hopefully he goes Shard and plays another troop here. Don't draw, don't draw, don't draw, don't draw, don't draw. Yeah. I can't play Vampire King, unfortunately. Please, if you have something you can play. Wild Shard, sure. And I'm not just going to chump here because chumping to save 1 point of life sends the message that I have an Extinction in my hand. Alright, doesn't have another thing, that said. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and hit our opponent for 3 here, and then play Extinction to clean up. They used their champion power already, so these aren't going to weren't in their crypt when they use it. And we'll play Extinction, and then we'll play Well of Ancients. Oh, we can tunnel too, because we're going to get another resource off this. Yeah, that sounds great. Whenever a Shin here you control dies, if this is underground, it gets +1/+1. Oh, geez, wow, that's nuts. And actually, I think I'm gonna. Do I want to play this and let another Shin here die? Because this makes a Shin here to make this bigger. We're definitely tunneling this. I think I'm gonna put another Shin here into play. Oh, I missed a point of damage. If I was gonna sequence like this, I missed a point of damage. That was sloppy. I guess this also puts a Battle Hopper into the crypt for this, which isn't great. Yeah, this whole sequence was sloppy. I just shouldn't have done that. I should have just played this and then Extinction, and then I would have had a bunch of good cards in my crypt. That's tunnels for 3, and when this comes into play, target troop gets -X permanently, or X is this troop's power. So this is going to be something -5/-5 when it comes into play. VK here would be awkward. Sweet. Alright, let's start by activating this, see what we get. Sweet. Not punished. Didn't get what's it called back, the Battle Hopper. And now if he kills this, it'll make this Wazaki bigger. And he's kind of inclined not to kill this, because this could very easily be Monsoon, and now this has a counter on it if it's Monsoon. Do I have any life gain? I do not have any life gain, I don't think. I guess you should keep your good luck for the weekend. Oh. No, I wanted the extra point of damage in. I think we're gonna have plenty of resources this game, so we have a Monsoon in this deck. We have a bunch of fun evs because we need the Underworld count for Underworld Crusader. The second Ruiner player on Hero Fall. A lot of these decks don't have Hero Fall in them. It's possible I want to play on Hero Fall anyways, but a lot of the decks like our opponent's playing don't have Hero Fall in them right now. I think I want the extra Extinction in this matchup. I don't think what do I not want? I feel like our deck's pretty well set up against his game 1. Color doesn't seem good. I have enough Underworlds that I can cut this, right? I do not. Okay, so I only have 10. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9, 10. So I can't cut any Underworld troops. I can only trim existing ones. Rockcast is fine. Medium, fine. I definitely want the extra Extinction. Hex Engine seems great. Extra Lackey I could trim. Yeah, that seems okay. How many shards are in this? I didn't even count. I just went with what Klutz gave me. This is 10, 12, 24. It's probably one shard too few. Sorry for the background noise. My toddler is playing with one of his toys. Yeah, I think we should do that. I'm just going to cut a Naive Lackey and put in the 4th Extinction. This hand's great. How bad is that in terms of background noise? Because it's kind of loud here. If it's making it unwatchable, I could put his toy in the other room. But usually he gets bored with it after a minute or two. This is just a sweet curve. We get to curve Monsoon into threats into Extinction, just like. That's fair. You just really need to hit 3 on time. I guess 24 is probably enough to do that with 2. We only have 1 Cottontail. We have two Senseis, though. I guess that's probably fine. He got bored already, so. That's sick, Immortals. Let's see if he's got his Ruiner Hierophant on 3 here or not. If he doesn't, probably just... Yeah, this looks like he's going to play it and need this to... if he has a Crusader, yeah, he has the Runeer, so I'm just going to Rotcast his Runeer. I think I'm just going to Rotcast his Runeer and preserve my life total. So drawing this makes me want to change my line here. Because next turn, I can go Cottontail plus this. I could also just play this and take a hit. Yeah, actually, I'm a liar. I'm going to play this, take a hit, and then if he plays another troop out, next turn I'm just going to Extinction because this will come back because of the Monsoon. So Monsoon, when this is tunneled, you see my guy got a counter on it, and then when this comes into play, it brings all my troops from my crypt, that have this counter on them, from my crypt back into play. And we can't block this. I just chump this, but it can't be blocked except by troops with power less than its. He's using his... So this is something that... And he got super punished. He got the Battle Hopper back, which was... All of these other ones were good hits. My opponent... you shouldn't really use this super aggressively. You should just basically kind of hold on to it for when you have good cards in your crypt, so you're more likely to hit good cards. Especially if he like already has a play with this Underworld Crusader, you should just wait on that. I'm sure he's complaining about being unlucky right now. No, I just didn't say anything. I don't know why it randomly pops up chat like that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play this and make a wild. And I'm going to go ahead and crunch with his Underworld Crusader just in the off chance he doesn't block. Jump, sure. I'm just going to go ahead and Extinction here, and then this will die, and we'll lose 2 life and draw 2 cards when it dies. He's also going to lose 2 life and draw 2 cards when his dies, but need to get his guy off the table. And then in 2 turns, Monsoon's going to bring that back. Next turn, we get to deploy our Ramp Rabbit. So this has speed, and when it attacks, we permanently gain a resource. Crusader, sure. And I'm going to go ahead and Rotcast the Stork, I think. Am I going to do that? Yeah, I'm just going to Rotcast this. Yeah. Lose 2 more life. Play this Shard. Play this Runeer Hierophant. Up to 6 resources here. This thing runs away with games pretty quickly when they just get to sit there and keep gaining a resource every turn. Especially we got things like Horrors of War in our deck to top deck. So he knows this is a Monsoon now because it hasn't done tunneled yet. Yeah, I missed on Might Singer again. So this is going to come into play and give this +1/+1. It's going to bring my Underworld Crusader back into play, which is going to give this +1/+1 again. Hold on 1 second, I have to respond to something for work. Sorry for the interruption. Alrighty, so I think I'm just playing out all my guys here. Yeah, I really don't care about this dying. And Wrathwood Master Moss. This card comes back as a 2/2 after it dies, so that's fine. Let's see how many shards we get off here. Ooh, we got a Starosphere. So we play... I already played my shard for the turn. Yeah, that's fine. So let's play Wrathwood Master Moss out here, make this bigger again, and then crunch in here for 11. And again, I'm waiting to use my champion power until I have more powerful. Like, I have 3 reasonable cards in here already, but I'd much rather like wait till I have other troops that I want to get back from there. As long as I have plays, there's no reason to start doing it. We're not even gonna win by playing Horrors of War. This wasn't sweet. This was just we're just a silly Kaigalichu deck. I feel like I've tricked all of you, or it's like we're gonna play this sweet Horrors of War deck, and I'm just this Kaigalichu Crusader deck. We haven't played any sweet artifacts. Okay, there's a croc, so he could eat these 2 if he wants. I have to manually let me add it to the hex decks. Bait switch reported, right? All right, so log in. When I create a new deck, it's private by default on TCG Browser, which is a good thing because sometimes I build things that I don't want shared public right away. All right, this Horrors of War deck over, we're streaming with it, so it is now public. He's gonna kill those 2. We draw 2 cards. Lose 2 life. Ooh! 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 I found a piece of candy! I found a piece of candy! So he's just like super dead, right? Scale of 1 to dead. How dead is he? Oh, he's just like actually dead? That's so sad. That's so sad. I'm not even get to kill him with Horrors of War. I'm just gonna like normal kill him. I'm so unlucky. Rar. We Kaigalichu'd him, I guess. Ooh, we're number 11. Look at us, moving on up in the world. GG's, Gug. Oh, no, Prophecy Burn. This is probably unwinnable. I can only assume this is unwinnable. Keep. We're on the coin flip. That's a good start towards maybe having a chance. Alright, play another blood shard here, so we have Rock cast up. What's good versus Prophecy Burn? Renner with Relentless Corruption is probably really good. And I don't have Relentless Corruptions in here, so... Steel Intel isn't bad. Yeah, it is. Why is Steel Intel good in this matchup? I guess you can take their Prophesied cards. They have to have like a really sick Prophesied card, and their best Prophecy card doesn't go to their Crypt. Right on time, Cottontail Explorer. Right on time. Okay, so let's play this. And then we have 5 resources this turn, and we can activate this the turn we play it. So we can actually play Hex Engine, activate it for 2, play Underworld Crusader. Seems hot. Ventio's a high variance card. It's powerful, but it's definitely high variance. So next turn I'm gonna have 4, 5, 6, 7 resources. If we get a shard off of this, Yeah, I'm fine trading here, and then he's probably gonna like Crackling Bolt or burn it or something. But then I draw 2 cards. Transmog, sure. Good beats. Ooh, Ramp Rabbit. Alright, so... Am I just playing this? Yeah, I think I'm playing this. Horror is not Death Cloud, it's different. The resource system works differently in this game, which makes it a little bit different just all on its own, but then, God, you're off the team, Rabbit. You had 1 job. You had to draw 1 shard. Dang it, Bobby. Let's go ahead and activate this, I guess. We could get a 2-drop we want to play. Another Servant. Yeah, that's fine. We can activate this and then play the Servant out. When your transmogs are hot, they're hot. And you know, Kletz told me to put Relentless Corruptions in the board of this deck, and I didn't. I wanted to put Inquisitions in so we could fight our way through counter magic, but there's not a lot of counter magic in the format right now. I probably should have animated both of these. And there is Prophecy Burn now that they fixed the deck, so I probably should have... Probably going to put Relentless Corruptions in the board after this game. After this match. Win or lose, we're going to put Relentless Corruptions on the board. Just keep swinging, swinging, swinging. Bum, 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 bum. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we draw Horrors of War, it'll be for 4. It's not awful. So if we could just... It'd be really nice if we could draw our namesake card. I guess we milled one earlier. So I say we haven't seen one in 2019 cards, but there was one. We just milled it. So we're losing this race. We're basically just like hoping to find a relevant top deck here at some point. And this enters play. Yeah, so I can just... I'm going to activate this and attack for 2. And then I can play this and kill the Bambly bot here. And that does technically swing the race in our favor. I think he's got a Prophesied card coming up here soon, though. Enters play, exhausted, sure. So I have a 1-2 and a 2-1 now. This kills his Bumblebot, kills it dead. And he doesn't want to attack because he wants to treat his 1-1 for my 2-1 on the back crack. Oh. Ramp Rabbit sounds great. Let's get to attack. That's excellent. Just keep ramping, ramping, ramping. Bum, 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 bum. It must just be flooding. Sucks. I get to play this. Activate this pre-combat in case we hit a troop. It'll make the Rainier Hierophant larger. Yep. A little bit of rough variance on both sides. We'll see who hits action first. He needs an action to deal with the board and action to kill me, though. I just need to hit. If he keeps bricking and we keep bricking, we're winning since we have 3 power on the board. There's a Rage Fire to kill my Ramp Rabbit. That's sad. And it makes a Bumblebot. So we're not winning this race, at least, though, since he has 1 power and we have 1 power, but he's at 5. He has 2 cards in his hand, which could do things. Never know. Does stuff and things, even, in a scary world. Alright, and now I have to question whether or not I'm supposed to play this. Probably. I'm probably supposed to play this. I feel like I should wait until I get behind on the board to play this. I could go to 14 and then cast it for 6, and he still has 4 resources left over, so it doesn't seem like it accomplishes a lot. If it took all of his resources away, I'd say, okay, now he's going to draw a bunch of cards, so if he gets a bunch of cards stuck in his hand, then we'll do this. Oh... Am I just doing this? He gets rid of the Bumblebots. Just do it for 7. Put him down to 4 resources and get rid of all the troops. Let's attack. 4 resources will constrict what he's able to do with the cards from that. He might also just draw. I'm gonna wait for his prophecies to all come through here, so that way we can hopefully discard cards out of his hand with this. Hopefully we don't just die by him drawing a bunch of Rage Fires here, but I think I'm supposed to wait for him to do stuff. Last guard's vengeance me, yep. Alright. Let's just do this. Probably should have just done this last turn. Hey, look, we got Overshard the Juror card for him. Good. Alright, well, here's hoping he bricks as much as we do. We're dead to Rage Fires, so they do 6 at this point. I deserve that, I guess. King's great. Casualty's fine. Acquisition's fine. Cluck's fine. Extinction is not very good. Wrathwood Master Moss doesn't seem particularly good. Am I just supposed to cut Horrors of War and be a bad Kagalichu deck in this matchup? I almost feel like I am. I'm supposed to like do this. This is like this kind of card is like good against like mid-range style decks and occasionally aggressive decks, but not like this spell-based burn deck that our opponent's essentially playing. Yeah, if Horrors of War had actually been Deathcloud, it would have killed our opponent there. I'm actually going to leave 2 Extinctions in and cut these savings. Yep. Right, we're going to put some Relentless Corruptions in after this match, like I said. Color is bad. I can't cut color. That's not an option. Color is, we only have 10 Ardent or 10 Underworld troops in our deck. So if we want to keep Underworld Crusader in our deck, we have to leave that in. All right. Hopefully we hit a shard so we can play the Shooter Hierophant on 3. Alright, perfect. Yeah, let's go ahead and play this for blood, and then we'll Inquisition our opponent. And we get Ramp Rabbit online next turn. Laskar's Vengeance is a good card to know about. Do we have to take it? God, Lightning Pot Sight is so good, though. And he has burnt. God, his hand is great. I think I'm just have to take the sight away. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hopefully we draw another Inquisition, take the Vengeance away before it's too late. And I can't just play... I guess I could just play this out. And he burns it. And then... yeah, I'm just going to play it out to put it in the crypt so that way we have a chance to get it back with Kagalichu next turn. Hey, Griffin Bruce. I don't have magic card text enabled for the magic bot because it conflicts with Hex. Alright, that's pretty good. I need to play this. Let's just go ahead and activate this, see what we get. We're not Mind Inquisition or that. Sweet. He's only attacked once, so yeah, I'm just going to play the Succulent Cluck on it out, and we'll Inquisition next turn and take the Vengeance away. The Ruiner have different gems for this matchup. Like what? Speed and ramp seems fine still. I guess maybe we don't need ramp. What's the matter, toddler? No. There we go. The trouble with assault cards is that while sending a message, you're actually implying something. Sack? Okay. Yeah, I can see that. +3/+3? Yeah, it seems fine. Just like actually just board into the Kagalichi mid-range deck. Yeah, you're completely correct that we should do that. We get to Extinction and cash in this Naive Lackey. Take his 2 dorks off the table. We draw a card when Naive Lackey dies. When it rains, it pours. Do you need a diaper change, toddler? Is that why you're complaining? You gonna burn me and make another Bumblebot? Seems like a good line. Nope, wants to save it. Okay. Okay. Answers his thing, which is nice. We have another shard to activate our champion power next turn. About 150 people hanging out here this afternoon. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for choosing to spend part of your Thursday morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you're at in the world, here with us while we battle some Hex. I'm Jeff Hoagland, a professional TCG player. We play Hex and Magic here on this channel. If you're enjoying the content you haven't followed already, I'd encourage you to do so by using that button below the screen. When you play this, copy it. Yeah, I guess we'll get rid of that. I guess getting rid of that is awkward if we get Ruiner Hierophant back here. Get another Inquisition. Alright. And if these had been Relentless Corruptions, they probably would have been better off this game, so. Oh yeah, you need. I'm gonna take a second and change a diaper here real quick. He needs a change. Be right back. Sorry about that. Where's my favorite giant guy? Thread's pretty good. Alrighty. We've had 9 shards, and there's 22 cards going out of our deck, but 6 of those got put into the crypt by that, so we've had 9 shards and 14 cards this game. Yeah, it looks like what he's playing now is just card for card the Prophecy Burn deck I posted. Which is fine. Deck's very powerful. I spent some time playing. We'll probably spend some time streaming it now that the bug's fixed. Yep. Pretty much dead at this point. So we flooded a little, but this matchup doesn't seem particularly good. I also think that I agree that we misboarded when we boarded earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and put Relentless Corruptions in the board, because that's the card that they have a hard time beating. I'm gonna leave a couple Inquisitions in still. Let's cut the Vampire Kings, put these in. Yeah, this hand needs another shard, but it's pretty reasonable. This is the Make a Warbots. This is probably the BattleBots deck. Which I'm glad we have 4 extinctions of the 75. If that's the case. So this says, if you have 3 or more artifacts in your crypt, 4, create a Warbot. I think I'd rather tunnel the Ambusher sooner. If he's playing an aggressive deck, I want to get this onto the board ASAP. Says whenever an artifact enters play under your control, you add a warp steel counter to it, exhaust it, transform it into a random artifact. I don't know. This can only attack unless you have 3 or 4 more dwarfs or robots. Sure. Shard! 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 Ding. Alright, so I'll make second blood here. I think I'm just going to play the Runeer Hierophant so I can start ramping. This can't attack or block, yeah, until he has more guys, so... Crunch. Every time this attacks, we gain a resource permanently. Let's make Dreadlings, sure. Ooh, and those are going to trigger... This is whenever... Okay, so then if he activates this, it's going to put 2 counters on each of these. Gearsmith, this comes into play. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 artifact from among them in your hand. It gets -1 cost. So, I'll put Savant into play. Maybe I should just activated this first. Yeah, I feel like I should have activated this first. There we go. Yeah, I probably would have played Underworld Crusader there instead. Yeah, definitely. That was sloppy on my part. I guess I can attack here and then play Underworld Crusader. Yeah, that seems fine. He could get a random robot off of one of these and then be able to block with this. Extinction and Horrors of War went in the bin. So we're going to have 7 resources next turn. Nine's pretty good. I got a chance to off a random action that got created in one of my Psychic Ascension decks to mass polymorph army on 9 and it for X is 9 and it was very good. These warp steels are going to get very scary very quickly. Okay, so this comes into play. It's going to make something not be able to block, or give something -2/-2. Let's make it that one, why not? Play a Shard. I think I'm just going to crunch with everything here. This has Steadfast and Skyguard. Actually, I probably should have activated the Servant to get another 2. Try and be aggressive here. The Dreadlings are artifacts, so he's going to pay 2 and give these all counters. They are exhausted when they transfer this, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him activate these at the end step here. I think I'm just supposed to play Monsoon out. Nah, that has to be wrong. Yeah, I'm just going to tunnel this. At least playing the Flying guy out. I don't think I want to play. I think I want to wait until I can scrounge 3 with this. Yeah, I missed another point of damage. I'm a big idiot on my sequencing. So these are at 7, 8, and 2 now. Transforming the 8. Got a Charge Colossus. Okay, he does not get the effect of the Charge Colossus, so he does not get the Charners because it did not just enter play. Master Moss. So yeah, we're just gonna activate this. Oh, and I guess if I would have played this last turn, he'd be dead right now. Oh, is he still dead? Yeah, he can block this, and then he takes exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's dead. This is 10. He blocks the 5. I want the extra extinction. The robots are unfactioned, right? Could someone chime in on that? I should have checked. I forgot I had this card on my board. Cluck's excellent. So Casualty of War is good. That's a fine chump blocker. That's just sadly not fast enough. Leave 1 at the top end. Am I supposed to make these be sacrifice? Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to make these be the same thing that the other deck does with these. Just like unblockable and +3/+3. I'm just gonna do that. The Horrors of War we want for like the mid-range and control matchups, like the Mirror Match and other wild decks, is where Horrors of War will really shine. When we get 3 gem cards, right? They can side into... I mean, that's basically what we're starting at main decked, right? We have naive lackeys to just like chump block here until we extinction. This hand seems great. Shards that give both thresholds at once. That kind of fixing is really powerful. They'd almost have to have some kind of drawback, I think, on them. Or they would have to be down the line where they want to push for there to be like 3 and 4 shard decks more consistently. And I could see, you know, a change where like they push for that to be in the standard format. So we'll play the Shard of the Ancients on Wild. I'm holding this back because I'd like to block his 3 power guy when it eventually attacks. Or this. So as to say, at the beginning of your turn, if you have 3 or more different thresholds, it gets +1/+1. Yep. So I'd much rather block guys with more power than just a 1/1 when I'm chumping with these. We're definitely chumping with these before we extinction on 4, obviously. The only thing that might catch us some trouble here is that he could have Verdict of the Ancient Kings post-reserve, so... Hopefully this Extinction Resolve. The Extinction Resolves are probably going to be a pretty strong favorite to win. War Machinist says whenever a artifact is under your control, it deals 1 damage to an opposing champion. Oh, okay, so he's gonna get 2 of those, and those deal 2 damage to me. I'm gonna go ahead and block here, and then take 2, 3, 4, 5. Go down to 13, draw a card from that. Second Extinction. Okay, the problem is if he has Verdict, I don't know if we're gonna get to live to play the second Extinction. Okay, yep. Things are thoroughly... I'm going to play this and make... I'm basically playing this as gain 3 life. We have this Well of Ancients to make a second Blood for Extinction next turn, so now we can just go ahead and like chump 3 power guy, chump 3 power guy, because it's going to turn into a 3/3 at his ready step. Yep, yeah, I agree. He probably can't afford to hold it up, which is great for us. Like, I'm assuming he's just like making 2 more... If he doesn't make Dreadlings here, we're in trouble. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so he's making Dreadlings, which is going to push our life total a little bit here. We're taking 2 more, and then we're taking 4 on this attack down to 6, but we're going to get to block, block, and then go to 6, and then clean the board up and be up a bunch of cards to his and have just, like, more sweepers. Casualty of War is a good one. Doesn't kill dwarves, but it kills all his other dorks. Let's play Well of Ancients for a Blood Threshold, and then sweep, sweep, sweep. And he has 3 or more artifacts in his crypt, so if he draws a shard, he can use this to make a Warbot, which is just a generic 3/3. Okay, 2 more guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play Extinction next turn. So keep the board clear. And this has Scrounge, which is great. So I'm actually gonna wait until after we Scrounge to go ahead and use my champion ability, because I'd like to Scrounge the Battle Hopper out of my crypt before I activate Kagalichu. Hitting a Naive Lackey wouldn't be too stellar either. Spine Killer is a construct, not a robot. I would love it if he went Shard make a bot, play in second guy, and then we can just extinction for a third time and finish like just fully cleaning up. Probably GG with the double extinction, if he only knew. Horrors of War. The one Horrors of War that's still in our deck. Huh. That's probably gonna be GG. Because next turn we could take all of his resources away. I just don't even care. Need to play this for X's 3 next turn. Take away the 2 cards in his hand. Oh, you know what? Fuck. Okay, if he has Verdict here, I just punted. I should have Casualties of War. No, that's not true, because I have a card left over in my hand. Alright, Casualties of War is bad for... Or Verdicts here is bad for us. Otherwise, we're getting his board, his resources, and his hand. Wow, it resolved. God bless. Just, like, leave ourselves with a threat afterwards. So we're each going to lose 3 relief sources, sacrifice 3 troops, and discard 3 cards. You get nothing! Nothing! Sorry, I was a little excited. Let's activate this, probably get a Battle Hopper back. Alright, you know, that's kind of a Battle Hopper, I guess. When the Infinity player forgets to pay for... I had a guy do that, was the Open at the Invitational, round 9. I was up a game and was, like, super dead on board and put Kataki in play. And he just untapped and drew his card, and I was like, oh, all your stuff's dead, right? And he was like, oh, yeah. So this card isn't a fast enough clock on its own, so I'm just going to wait until he draws a shard and plays a threat out to get value out of this. Don't feel sad for him. He got a chance to play a bunch of robots. He got us to 5. Ooh, a whole shard. Gearsmith draws a card. Very respectable. Okay, Absorb Steel Widget. I am just gonna play out Monsoon because he has rage. Despite all his rage, he is still just a rat in a cage. So you sack a troop. This guy attacks for 5. Next turn, attacking for 7, and then 9, and then he's dead in 3 to this Monsoon. There might have been an argument for tunneling and then playing this, but it's such a slower clock. Because we have this extinction, that might have been nice insurance. Ooh, that's pretty good. Opponent's not dead yet. He's got some fight in him still. I guess I should have tunneled this. I think I just have to trade. I suppose I could have jumped and attacked for 5 and then extinctioned. Ooh, that's a piece of candy. So this, we put the sacrifice and can't be block gems in it. So we're going to play this and then sacrifice this battle hooper. Gonna hoop into the big rabbit's belly. The Hierophant is hungry. Nom nom nom. pretty good. Crunch with this nerd. Crusaders. God, I missed a point of damage again. I always do. I haven't played with Runir Hierophant in so long. This card gets bigger when you play a troop, Jeff. This card gets bigger when you play a troop. This card gets bigger when you play a troop. I'm going to just like say it to myself 10 times. If I say it to myself 10 times, maybe it'll sink in. This time, I'm not going to play this pre-combat because I want to hit him. It's actually netted damage because I'm going to hit him with this Death's Head Rider and then sack the Death's Head Rider to this Runir Hierophant. So this time it's intentional. I am consciously attacking first this time. Now we have 2 lethal threats that he cannot block. Huge opponent. Alright, I think I heard my youngest awake from his nap, so I'm going to run upstairs and grab him real quick and change a diaper. So I'm going to put the deck here up on screen, and we will be back to battle some more with Horrors of War in just a few minutes. Thanks for hanging out, everyone.
No. Dad's gonna bring snacks up. Look who I found. Share with your brother. Jake Declan can have some too. You can have some, Declan, don't worry. Alrighty. Alright, hopefully we get one of them mid-range decks I've heard so much about that we can Horrors of War into the corner. The dwarves were very extinct by the end of that last game. share with your brother, Jacob. I brought 2 bowls of snacks down here for them, and it's something Jake really likes to eat. And I set them down on the couch, and Jake took the bowl away from Declan. But Declan's a fat little kid. He'll push back for food. Dwarven genocide. Yep. Ooh, we're back up to 11. I didn't even notice that. I don't know. If we just stay at 10 for the rest of the 10 to 15 for the rest of the season, I'd be happy with that. You know, just don't move. So we're up to 180 people here this afternoon. Thank you for choosing to spend part of your Thursday morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you're at in the world, here with us. Yeah, I think it needs an 11th in the... Do you just call your kid fat? Yeah, he's huge. He's a little porky monster, we call him. Should there be a gem... Oh, that's what it is, Klutz. You know what it is? Should be a Gemborn Prowler in the 75. I can't believe I forgot that. We were just like throwing random... We were throwing random blood cards on the board. I'll put a Gemborn Prowler in the reserves, and that'll definitely come in against some things, and then we can at least cut... Let's cut an Inquisition randomly. Yeah, that seems fine. Just leave 1 in there. Yeah, let's just do 2 and cut the Inquisitions. Fine. You talked me into it. I talked myself into it. Whatever. I can even see main decking Gemborn in this format, honestly. Dystopia 1972 with the $15 donation. Groovy Thursday Hex plays. Sir, thank you. Groovy Thursday Hex donation. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. I stream because I like doing it, but donations and subs help me do it a little bit more often, so thank you for that. King Kappa Prime. We've got something kind of sweet. At least we have Horrors of War in our deck in Hex Engine. I think Horrors of War probably gives us a leg up in the pseudo mirror. No, Crocosaur will resolve as much as he can. He only has to have 2 targets when the trigger is put onto the chain. Once it's on the chain, it resolves as much as possible upon resolution. Yeah, probably. Ragefire is... Ragefire is probably more important than Matriarch, actually. I would skip the 4th Matriarch and play the Ragefires. Play something else over that. Thanks, Merritt. I'm glad. The intro decks on the shop are such a great idea. It's really awesome that they had actual people in the community build them. I think that's a really cool idea on their part. Not a lot of people on Cosmic playing this afternoon. Okay, Kagalichi Mirror. Cosmic, it's Cosmic, okay. Hopefully they're playing the traditional deck, so we have a leg up. That looks great. Keep. And again, our rabbits are speed and ramp by default. So, I actually want to make a post on the forums about cards like Crackling Bolt and stuff like that. I do. I genuinely feel that at this point, if it's been working that way since Alpha, that just should be how the rules are defined. It works differently than Magic, but I think that's fine that your game works differently than Magic in a number of aspects. Like, I think that the fact that the entire card isn't countered upon resolution and, like, you still get the charge even though, like, Crackling Bolt's target is removed, I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and play this out. And the next turn we have to choose between our second Blood Threshold and our second Wild Threshold. Yeah, I know they've said it's a bug, and I think that's wrong on their part. I think they should just say, hey, this is how it is, and this is how it's going to stay. Okay. Opponent looks like they're playing the deck from the CCS. I think the deck my opponent's playing is very good. That's great, because now we get to have 2 of each of our thresholds. Go ahead and play this Ruiner Hierophant out and just start ramping, ramping, ramping. Just start ramping, doot, doot, doot. Just start ramping, ramping, ramping. Just start ramping, doot, doot, doot. Well, no, Vampire Kiss makes sense to me why it doesn't do anything. Because Vampire Kiss explicitly says you gain life equal to the damage dealt. And if the target's removed, then there's no damage being dealt, so you can't gain anything. I think that is consistent. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what Dagaria said. I feel like the current rules are consistent. Underworld Crusader of our own. So I can play Hex Engine, Shard, go up to 6, play this. Yeah. I do not, so this is, I do not want, look at a random card, you may put that card on top of your deck, select none. Are you sure you do not want to confirm? So I do not want that card on top of my deck. So when Stratosphere comes into play, it reveals a random card from our deck, and we can put it on top if we want. Go ahead and play Crusader out here. Makes this bigger, but not big enough to attack into his Crusader. And again, not quite activating this yet. I want to let a couple of reasonable cards that I wouldn't mind returning to my hand build up in my crypt. Happy with this trade. Both draw 2, lose 2. That's unfortunate considering we just drew a Ruiner Hierophant. So, good beats opponent. Now I'm going to go ahead and activate my champion power. He had the discard from that, which is nice. He's missing a resource. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can play both these Wrathwood Master Mosses out. I'm going to go ahead and activate this and see what we get first, though. Get a Blood Shard, sure. I mean, I wrote... It's not that specific Yodel deck, but I have an article up there about Yodel, and I have a number of videos on my YouTube channel. There's a deck drill down from last season about Yodel, and the basis of the deck hasn't changed that much. Double Wrathwood Master Boss, your move. Okay, it's likely a Monsoon. It could be the Wazaki, but it's likely a Monsoon. If he's Ruiner Hierophant here, that would be annoying, because he can make an idiot and then sack the idiot. Guess we get Croc next turn to take us off both of these. So if that's Monsoon, this can come back into play after we kill it, after we smash into it, which is annoying. So, I think I'm just supposed to take the aggressive line here. We're just, like, out of resources here other than these Master Mosses. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and crunch. He wants to trade these 2 for one of these, and he'll basically take 7 this turn, so he'll lose 2 and take 5, and then I'll get a 2-2 back. This isn't coming into play if it's a monsoon for 4 more turns. If it's not a monsoon, I'm still happy with trading these 2 for the front half of this. So next turn we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can take away all of his resources next turn if we... That's pretty good, because now we can chump this, and I can't get through to transform. So when this deals damage to my opponent, it turns back into the 5/5, so it just kind of keeps flipping back and forth. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Man, if he hadn't had that... The problem is this is a monsoon, but... We're still just going to do this, because... YOLO. This would be much better if this was turning back into a 2/2, though. If I would have known we were going to draw this, I would have waited to attack. I wouldn't have traded earlier, but... You know, whatevs. No soup for you! Come back in 1 year! This goes to 2. We hit him for 4 down to 6. This goes to 3. We hit him down to 2. This goes to 4 and comes into play. It's unfortunate. We're going to lose the race against this, so hopefully we pick up some stuff. He gets to keep 1 card in his hand. He's got 1 resource, so... Ooh. Ooh, baby, baby. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 resources remaining for our side of the table. Speed rabbit, speed rabbit, speed rabbit. Another hex engine, sure. Roar, battle bots, go! Please be an ambusher, please be an ambusher, please be an ambusher, please be an ambusher. Rats, it is a monsoon. That's unfortunate. I think he's getting back a Croc and a Crusader. We do have a bunch of extinctions in our deck, though, and more Horrors of War. And shards that can rebuy the Horrors of War that's in our crypt right now, so... I think he's just getting back... Oh, and Oh, he's dead! Because he's getting back a Crusader, and Pawn of Yakuzan's going to kill the Crusader, and he's going to lose 2 life from the Crusader trigger. Sweet. Sweet. So, yeah, when this dies, you lose 2 life and draw 2 cards. That's not optional. Unless he has Inquisition here, he's going to die to this. That was sweet. We got to Horrors of War someone for super value. We've got 3 troops in my crypt, right? Yeah, plenty. Do 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 do. Wouldn't you be free? Kill the guy that kills you. Survey says dead. Hey, hey, and look, we just put some Gemborn Prowlers in the reserves. Get them in here. I don't think Merciless Color is particularly good in this matchup. I think the Extinction is good. Naive Lackey's probably a fine cut. Must be Horrors, yep. Yep. Need one more cut here. I need one more cut. The extra sensei, probably. That seems fine. Really don't want to cut anything else. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Doesn't really block profitably against his Rainier. Gosh, this hand is so good. I guess it's not good against... These are greedy. I don't know if I like these. Mike, if you're still watching, I think I'm going to cut these. And not just because they're screwing us here, but I think they're just like kind of greedy in general. I don't think this effect is very powerful. This is actually the first time I've ever registered this card. I don't know if I want to keep this. I feel like if we run off a blood shard here, we're just like a super strong favorite to win. And I guess this could technically find us a blood shard. Alright, fine. I've talked myself into it. We're on the draw. We're up a game. We're on the draw. That's how you can justify any bad decision in a game of a TCG. I'm up a game, right? It's fine. Never didn't have it. Double Crusader is not stellar against Hero Fall, but tunneling on 2 will make him less inclined to kill the Crusader, which is sweet. Need is love. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Yes, the Yeti deck is fantastic. Actually, so I should have an article going up on Hex Primal either today or tomorrow, I believe, that it highlights 8 deck lists that are, I believe, are the tier 1 through some of the tier 3 decks that are in the constructed format right now. And I think, yeah, we're just looking to draw Shard next turn, so we're not going to put that on top of our deck. That I think are some of the best decks in the current constructed format, and the Mama Yeti deck is one of the tier 1 decks. Pre-Crusader. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we have 12 duels. Rust and Rune. Okay, sure. Snapping off a Crusader trade here. Want to draw shards. And if he wants to put more things on the table, we have Extinctions we would like to play at some point. Which we can't play because Stratosphere didn't make a threshold. Ooh, he has Inquisitions in his board. Neat. He has a lot of good takes here, so it'll be interesting. I could see arguments for basically everything except this, probably. The fact that we can't cast this might mean he doesn't take it yet. If he doesn't have a follow-up blocker here, we just get to go, yeah, Runier into Lackey, which seems great. And he could have Rockcast here, but in the event that he doesn't, we're in a good spot. And then he's actually, this is going to kill the Might Singer next turn. I have 1 troop in my crypt now. I have 2. Oh, so this is active too. Sweet. Wow, this is about to be really good for us. So we're going to Ambusher, kill this, and then I'm gonna jump here because I would like to draw a Blood Threshold so we can play this out. Oh, and it makes this bigger, which is another reason to do it. Yep, sign me up. Kill this. Tier 2. I put it in the second tier of the deck because it's just not seeing a ton of play yet, which was partially because it was bugged. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. And now we get to tunnel and then do this. Yeah, I'll be very surprised if he's able to come back from this. And we're gonna crack him for 8 and get another resource. Exile these two. Yeah, I probably should have left the Master Moss in there, taking this out since we have a Crusader in our hand. This makes us a little bit weak to Hero Fall if we get the Crusader back. I guess we can just play both Crusaders out at the same time. There's a button. Actually, does that button work yet? The website was having some issues. Yeah, okay, it works again. Yeah, if you search no, actually you don't even have to search. If you just click the button below the stream that says hex decks in the information, you'll be able to find all of my deck lists. So it'll be interesting to see if he trades with these or eats these two. I like the trade there. Seems fine. We're gonna go ahead and champion power next turn. Or we could do that. So this takes away what? It'll get rid of 3 cards out of his hand, plus... I'm going to wait a turn on this. And I'm going to wait a turn on my champion power now. I'm going to attack with this, and we're going to go Crusader, Servant. We'll only get punished if he has exactly Extinction, or exactly Inquisition. I think this is fine otherwise. Plus, this is getting this on the table with the Monsoon, so this will just like be guaranteed game winning if it resolves next turn. So whatever troops he puts on the table, we can clean up with horrors. I don't know what Tavish is, so I'm not gonna say I don't know. And I don't like to. I don't make predictions like that. I think that's silly. People that try and do that in other TCGs. Ooh, killing the Crusader here is kind of annoying because it means we draw these cards before. We draw these cards before we Horrors of War. And I'd much rather draw those cards after we Horrors of War. So let's go ahead and do this, and then attack with this, and then we'll Horrors for 4. I mean, that card might be playable this set. So opponent loses all the cards in their hand, and they go down to 3 resources. We lose all the cards in our hand, but we have a champion activation. And we have a Servant. GG's. GG's, bud. This bot alone would probably kill him, and then we have this Monsoon coming off at some point with bringing 2 troops back, including Underworld Crusader. And we have our champion activation at some point here. I put Cremate over Burn in the starter list. So originally, so they don't have reserves with them. Originally, I was going to have Burns in the reserve. Cremate's very good when your opponent kills your turn 1 or turn 2 play, because if they kill your turn 1 or turn 2 threat, you are able to Cremate, hit them for 2, and then Whirling Brutalizer with its trigger on the 3rd turn still. So it's better against decks with removal, basically. I guess we could accidentally get back one of the things that we wanted to get back with Monsoon with that, so maybe I should have waited. It all worked out though. No, it wasn't a budget reason. Burn's pretty cheap overall. So he needs to have like an extinction here basically. No, he's just dead to this. He needs spot removal for this, and then another answer the following turn to, you know, both these other cards that are coming in and this card's attacking next turn. Excuse me. Dead? Dead. Alright. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. We're up to number 10? We're up to number 10? I don't even know what to do with myself. Could we break single digits this session? Ace! Easy mulligan here. Just if this, I would probably snap this off on the draw because it's a very reasonable hand, but it's not on the play. Okay, seems fine. I think this matchup's probably tough for us. We do have Relentless Corruption on the sideboard now, at least, so we got that going for us. We get to bring in Corruption and the Casualties of War. Okay. That, you know, having our namesake in the opener, basically, is one way to steal the game. Especially if he does something else this turn, and we get to guaranteed get an attack or two with this. If we get in 2 attacks with this, we're going to be in a great spot. He could still have a burn here. Alright, big bucks, no burn. Big bucks, no burn. Big bucks, no burn. Big bucks, no burn. Here's Rabbit. Woo! We could have Crackling Bolt next turn, but we got at least one off of this, which is nice. Hopefully he misses a shard drop, and then we get to Horrors of War Ways, only 2 resources. Rats! We're so unlucky. Come on, play Landing Plus Sight. Don't kill the rabbit. Don't kill the rabbit. Don't kill the rabbit. Rude. Rude. Everything, all of my hopes and dreams, they are gone. For they were invested inside of this tiny rabbit. This tiny little ramp rabbit. He was just going to ramp his heart out. Correct. Clash doesn't have any targets. You can clash when you don't have any cards in play. And your opponent just has to go down to 1 card left. Alright, we're going to start on... Ooh. We're going to start on a champ activation here to see if we get the ramp rabbit back. Would love that. Ramp rabbit! Ramp rabbit! Ramp rabbit! Yeah! Declan is also excited for the ramp rabbit, if you can't hear in the background. So we're going to go ahead and attack with this and go up to 6 resources. And then we will play Servant. This will put us to 7 resources next turn. And then this will put us to 8 resources next turn. And then hopefully the Ramp Rabbit gets to ready and attack one more time. And then we go to 9 resources and cast Horrors of War for 4! Ha! Ha! Come on, come on. Let the Ramp Rabbit... Let us ready with the Ramp Rabbit. Come on. Come on, have a heart. Have a heart. Play your combat training. Play your combat training. Play your combat training. Yeah, okay. He's played a resource for the turn. Sweet. Sweet. Oh, we're going to get his board. We're going to get all the cards out of his hand. We're going to get all of his resources. Sorry, Ace. Sorry, Ace. You're getting lit. It's lit, fam. I'm going to get lit up. Oh, he's going to have 1 card left because combat training went back to his hand. That's so sad that he's going to have a whole card left. Well, I guess we might as well play this out for the extra 1 point of damage. I would like to get this into play, but I think we just have to take him off of everything this turn. I don't think we can afford to wait. We have this servo. We have the servant still, so we're at the top of our deck and we still have 4 resources and he has none. Alright, so it's the servo and our 4 resources. He did resolve a landing plus site last turn, so he could propel himself into winning here. Don't play a shard, don't play a shard. Yeah, okay, sweet. So we got an 8 turn clock here and draw a bomb off the top. Oh, I'm a savage. Oh, I'm so savage, Ace. If you go back and watch this, I apologize to you in the future. But I am a savage. No one will disagree with that. Shard Transmog keeps him in it. If he's playing my build of Prophecy Burn, he's got Transmogs in the main. No. Eventually, we will put the card that shows us on top of our deck. So this puts him to 6. He put a Phoenix in the bin? No, he didn't put a Phoenix in the bin. I think he's playing my build. Okay, we conceded. Alright. Alright, so what are we doing? So we're bringing in Casualties, Relentless. Do I want Cluckadon? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I want Cluckadon. That might not be very good. Maybe I don't want all of them, but I just want some of them. Alright, we said we wanted to change these so they're +3. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put +3/+3 in here. And I'm going to board the Crusaders out, I think. I saw what's his name do that against an aggressive deck, and I think I like that plan. So we put Skyguard and Steadfast in here and +3/+3. And we just cut the Underworld Crusaders, because then we can bring in all of these, and we can cut the things like Merciless Color and Pawn and Wazaki Ambusher that just like aren't particularly good in this matchup. Death's Head Rider's medium. The Edict effects just aren't very good in general. Yeah, and I can just like trim all of these things. Yeah, I really like that, actually. I don't think I need all the extinctions. Let's bring one of these back in. I like having 2 drops. I think I'm going to do this. Feel free to comment. Feel free to comment on this board plan. Clocks don't seem great to me, but I think it's fine. I think it's just like a 4/4 that he has to kill that like buffers my life total a little bit, and like eating Thunderfield Seer is fine. I don't think I can just have 21 life in this matchup. I think that's bad, and I think Horrors of War is an okay top end to be getting into. The ramp on the Ramp Rabbit was very good last game, but I'm not trimming all of them. I trimmed some, and I have lily pads too. Yeah, and Crusader makes the boarding kind of awkward, and we don't have Carnosaurs to bring in like they have, but we basically like Casualties of War is kind of our Carnosaur, and I almost wonder if Casualty of War is just better in these matchups than Karn is. Do you ever think there'll be a top-tier silver deck? What do you mean by silver deck? Like a deck without any rares in it? Probably not. Like constructed cards, the cards that are pushed for power level are rares in TCGs by design. Easier than using your mouse? Yeah, that makes sense. I wish there was an option to gem all the same, like gem one of them and then click it and then it gemmed everything. Oh, it doesn't hit any of these, does it? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Huh. Maybe Casualty of War is not good. Some of them. I'm going to go ahead and block here because we have Lily Pad for the Runear Hierophant. Although I guess this was bad. No, this was bad because if he has Burn, he can kill this. Yeah, that was loose. Fuck. And now he's going to burn this in response. Yep, that was just super slops on my part. Apologies. Although I guess he spent a removal on my resource, so I don't feel super bad about that. He still has to answer this. Lucian, awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And actually, the Diamond Sapphire Ascension deck is one of the decks that's going to be on. It's one of the I classified it as tier 3 because it's not one of the best decks in the format, but it's very powerful and has neat things going on. Did he not notice this as Skyguard? He must not have noticed this as Skyguard. I don't think he has anything that does 1 damage, so. He's probably typing in chat right now. Forgot about the reach. Yep, I've done that too. I actually conceded a match the other day because I attacked into one. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play this out for a guy, which makes this bigger. And then we'll go ahead and play this out and then sacrifice this guy. But playing this out makes this bigger. And again, I don't have anything to do this turn. It's very possible I should have... No, it's definitely... Nah, that's not true. We got so much crap in our crypt right now that I really don't want to... I don't want to play... activate my champion power just yet. Horrors of War not looking good. I still don't think I like the board plan we did here. Sliver of the Immortal Sphere deck? I don't know. Probably not. Cards like that are usually more cute than good. Oh, that's rude. At least this one's still alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Look at you. Whoops. I think I'm gonna activate this. Nah, I'm probably gonna save that for post Horrors of War. I made rabbits instead of. Yeah, we had a Star Sphere. I'm gonna cut the Star Spheres after this game. They've actually just done nothing except not make thresholds. I did just drop 0.5% worth of frames, probably internet hiccup on my end. But it looks like it's fine now. Mine keeps buffering pretty often. If you're happy, it's happening more than a little bit, it's probably you. Or Twitch. It could be Twitch. Sliver, whatever it's called, it's probably more cute than good. Attack for 5. I can Horrors for 3 here. That doesn't seem particularly good. I think you'd be ahead if we Horrors for 3. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. Yeah, I'm just gonna activate this. Watch me get a troop that I want to play, so I would have gotten an extra point of damage in. Casualty of War, that was a reason not to Casualty of War when I did. Because we talked about this card not being particularly great. Oh jeez. He just has infinite cards in his hand now? Yep. See if he got his transmog. Twitch must be twitching, yep. Wow, no transmog. Well, that's really good for us. Play this. So next turn we have 6, 7, 8, 9, so we can Horrors for 4. That's probably going to happen, because I'm assuming he's going to play some troops out here. I'm assuming this is just going to eat like 2 burn spells here.
The only way we're not casting horrors next turn is if we hit the second wild for Master Moss here. Well, there's the transmog into a Voice of the Ashwood, sure. He's got too many cards in his hand. I feel like we should help him out. This card doesn't kill any of his guys. I'm not going to try and trade here. He could have a burn, and I just want to use this. I have this left over after we Horrors of War. Maybe we can steal the game. Maybe. Probably not. I'm assuming we're going to be too far gone at this point. Wild Threshold would be a nice draw. Oh, I'll take that. Any resource is better than nothing there. So the key to building a deck that would be good with a card like Tavish is that you want to be able to put a bunch of cards in it that are all reasonable completely on their own, rather than just cards that are all focused on synergy with him. He said, well, shit. So hopefully this is enough to maybe steal the game. I don't know. He's got a lot of prophecies coming up. Probably just going to super die to these Rage Fires at some point. I suppose if we hit a Shard, that will give us 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we flip back into another Horrors of War here. Yeah, okay, so Shard that makes temporary resource, flip Kaigu into Horrors of War. Cluckadon we can't cast. Not what we're going for. See if he has a burn or not. We could have a Transmog as well. I actually don't think burn is that good against us, but I guess it kills the Speed Rabbit, so he probably would have left them in. Yeah, he's getting killed somehow. Sure. Unfortunate, but I think we have to go for that there, especially with him only on 2 resources. Or 1 resource up. We are up a game, so... Next game we're going to board a little differently. I guess Relentless Corruption could get us back in this, right? Because like the top of his deck is just like insane right now. We have 4 of those in our deck. Okay, so we've got 4 reasonable draws. Actually, Wild Shard might be okay too, because we just get to like jam our Cluckadon down his throat. Just tell him to get clucked up. Okay. And again, I'm just gonna go ahead and wait on this. This thing's lethal all on its own, so... When we go to 17, which buffers our life total, like I mentioned earlier when we were talking about why we were boarding it in. I guess it's possible I hit a Relentless Corruption. Ooh. Turned into a 2-3, which he does still need to answer, but he could have like a Crackling Bolt or something like that to answer it. Life Safe, it's a possible reserve card. I don't know, probably not. Relentless Corruption does solve the possibility of being good here. If we draw a brick here, we'll activate Kagalichu. That's definitely true solution. It's not great post orders. I'm gonna go ahead and attack, see what he does.
Assuming he might just jump here. Yep. Play this out. Sack this. He could have a burn here. This does give an opportunity to burn this. I think I'm supposed to sack this. It's worse against transmog, but I think it's better on average that we played. How many transmogs? Oh. Well, I don't mind if it does. See if he transmogs this twice, or he might transmog it. I like transmogging my own Bumblebot on occasion. That is excellent. We could still lose. It's still funny. It's funny regardless, but we could... Only 2 damage, okay. This is a popular card that people often sideboard just for this matchup, and he gave it to us. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just supposed to do this. Hey!
Children, you're gonna attack your brother. Come here, you wanna come sit with Dad? Yeah. You wanna come sit with Papa? Your brother's being mean. Counter magic? What a load of crap. Counter magic. Who plays that? Oh, no, he did draw. That sucks.
I was gonna make a joke about him not drawing, but he definitely drew because it was on my turn. Oh. Alright, so see what we rip for the turn. Probably activating our champion power unless we draw something worth casting. Is that worth casting? I'm going to activate my champion power here. See what we get. Okay, yep. That's a gain. It's a gain 3. I've played non-zero amounts of counter magic in the Prophecy Burn sideboard before. Okay, down to 8. It's not great with Thunderfield Elder. Actually, it's fine with Thunderfield Elder and other Sapphire Mirrors when you really need your counter magic to resolve. I think I'm going to trade my Savo Servant here, or attempt to trade. No one's arguing that counter magic is a good card, 21. They're saying it doesn't make sense in the context of the deck my opponent's playing a lot of the time. When Ramp was more popular, like when Diamond Wild last season, I played counter magics in the board of Prophecy Burn. We could still Relentless Corruption into one of his Rage Fires off the top of his deck, so... And we're dead to a Rage Fire here at any point. I mean, the Prophecy Burn configurations I play don't play Phoenix Tatalution, because I think Phoenix is bad in this deck. When you play this, yep, there's There's the rage fire I would have liked to have gotten. Sure, but you don't play any counter magic main deck in the Prophecy Burn deck. You just actual 0 in the main deck. I'm gonna board out some of these casualties of war. I'm boarding some of these smaller troops again. Yeah, it seems fine. Phoenix is a win more card in Prophecy Burn. The games you win with Phoenix, you are likely winning anyways. It's just the Phoenix lets you win harder, basically. Like, if you would just wait a turn, you were probably winning the games the Phoenix won you anyways. It's just, you're playing this extra card that's like this super awkward dead draw when you're not going off. And that's something a lot of people do. Like, you should build decks to maximize the potential of your cards in average or bad situations as opposed to maximizing the potential of your cards in good situations. Because if you're in a good situation, you don't need to maximize your card. Like, it's fine because you're in a good situation. Alright, so we're going to go Blood into Wild into Lily Pad 5/5 Runeer. Oh, our thresholds are so awkward. Yeah, a lot of people play Phoenix for whatever reason. I've played with and without, and I don't think Phoenix is good in the deck. I think I'm actually going to do this and play the Servant out. Yep, we will. Look at that. We put something on top of our deck for once. First time for everything, I suppose. You wouldn't have really needed to put that on top had the thing just made a threshold, though. Really like Relentless Corruption. So next turn we're going to go... Am I playing this out? Yeah, I think I'm going to play this out for a rabbit and then play this as a 5/5. I played Life Siphon and Constructed fairly recently, actually. Oh, this was wrong. I should have activated this first, because now there's a Battle Hopper in my crypt that I can buy back. Yeah, that was really loose. Jeff is fine. I listed it as one of the tier 2 decks in my format primer that's going to be going up soon on Primal. I think this deck's great. I think I was playing it last before the patch, and it was fine. I think I lost like one game out of like 2 or 3 dozen to the bug. Like, the thing that was bugged, it was kind of a corner. I guess the Ragefire bug came up a little bit. Hoog sauce. Yep. We'll see if he's got Transmog next turn. He could also just have like Ragefire plus Crackling Bolt plus Burn for this rune here. General chat still going. Sure, but again, that's not a champion that you play with Prophecy Burn. When I'm talking about the power level of cards, just like someone talked about Counter Magic earlier and they said Counter Magic's a good card, I would agree with that. Counter Magic's a great card. I'm talking about the card in the context of the deck that we're currently playing, or the context of the deck that we're talking about. How good or bad something is in a completely different deck, it's completely irrelevant to the bearing on how good or bad it is in the deck that we're talking about currently. Artifact is a servo savant. It gives us 1 resource, temporary resource at the start of our turn, and then we can pay 1 and turn it into a 2/2 until end of turn. Got the 23. This does just die to Rage Fire here, which is a little awkward. Just going to go ahead and get in for another 2 here. I really wish I would have acted my champion power before we put the Battle Hopper in the crypt. Really wish we could draw one of the 4 Relentless Corruptions we boarded in. He's got all these Prophecy cards in his deck. I would like to steal one of them. I guess we have Rockcast in my hand. I could also just... Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to Horrors of War next turn since I haven't used my champion power yet. Yeah, this will put us up to 6. This will put us to 7, and we can Horrors for 3. Okay, that makes me want to wait. This lets me Horror for an extra 1 next turn. Yeah, and he chumped anyways, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and play this, Rockcast this, play Hex Engine, and just keep sitting on my champ power. So next turn we'll have 9 and we can Horrors for 4. So ideally we draw a shard next turn so we can play a card that we don't have to discard. That's a lot of draw. Hopefully he doesn't have another resource here. Okay, that's fine. That's actually good for us. It's another card. And we're going to get... Yeah, sweet. So we get to Horrors for 4 next turn. Get his entire hand. Get 4 of his 5. Get 4 of his 5 resources. And we drew a shard. Everything is coming up Millhouse, as the kids say. Attack with my Mother Clucker here. Never forget, folks, war is terrible. It's got lots of horrors inside of it. He's got a lot of draws coming up, but we're going to take away a bunch of his resources here, so. And we have a Savant left over, and we're going to have 3, 4, 5, 6 resources, and we've got almost two champion activations in the bank. Well, that Rex be here. Yeah, I hope so. Get rid of all your stuff. The top of his deck is really good. I'd feel better if we would have gotten rid of all of his resources, but I'll take most of them. Oh, you know what? I should have activated this, because if we draw a shard next turn, we could activate it again. Yep. Good beats. Okay, and we hit a shard, so if we don't hit something to play here, we got punished from a mistake. Horrors of War back? We got another shard, yep, so punished for the mistake of not having activated this last turn. Now we just don't really have anything to do with our resources this turn. See if he had a burn here or a transmog or something. I played this shard he didn't know about. Yeah, I just wasn't even thinking about it and I autopiloted. I should have played this because he saw it. So yeah, so this is why I should have champ powered last turn. We'd be happy to get Relentless Corruption. We'd be happy to get Horrors of War back. Even Cluckodon's fine. We just don't want to hit these 3, basically. This is medium, but these 3 are the stinkers. And he's missing, so that's good. Remember to play Wild Shard. Sure. Sure.
2. This would have been awkward. This would have been fine, though.
Horrors of War gets rid of your temporary resources. So Horrors of War here, it gets rid of XX, so I wouldn't have had one resource left over to make the Servant a 2/2. So that does not work. We've got a lot of life top decks, so here's hoping. That wasn't exactly a live top deck. It does stuff. It's better than another shard. Functionally, it's better than a shard. It's a 2/2. Okay, he's just bricking off too. Yay, we're both building houses. Alright, I'll bite. I'll bet you he has Crackling Bolt or Rage Fire here. He's been saving it for our guy. Transmog, okay. You play this, copy it, yep. Alright, 1 drop. Survey says... Oh, 2 drop. Survey says the second time? We need 1 more shard for champ power here. He gets to use his champ power though. This, yep, gets him 2 cards. I mean, Klutz, we've gotten pretty unfortunate here so far. Extinction's not the worst. If he catches back up or puts another Bumblebot on the table, we can just go ahead and clean it up. I mean, and we're like well into 2 long games here now without ever seeing a Relentless Corruption either of them, and I put 4 of those on the board like you said. I think if we just like if we would have Relentless Corruption like one of his, this board plan seems good of cutting the Crusaders and putting the Rabbits with Skyguard and Sacrifice, so I honestly think this probably isn't that bad with the right board plan. Another Horrors Award would be great. Get to do it for 4 again, take away his hand. We're winning the race. He's going to make another Bumblebot here probably. Post-combat Bumblebot of Shame. Yeah, he said Bumblebot of Shame. I always say that. Post-combat Bumblebot of Shame. Click through. Maybe Naive Lackey. He had worse draws in the deck. He's probably better than a shard at this point. When I Extinction here at some point, like I'm probably going to have to, it will draw us a card. Cash itself back in later. I think I want to wait until he puts 1 more thing on the table to cast the Extinction, like it's another Ancient or something like that. Like if he Sights and we Corruption, I don't think we could have lost this game. And we haven't lost this game yet. Like we're still battling it. Like we've got this to clean up the board, and then we're gonna draw on the bank here. We've got a Champion power almost there as well. Probably going to take 2 more hits from these before I wait to play this out. We are winning the race on the ground, technically. If he kills this, I'll just trade the Extinction for his board. STYK 182 with the 713 sub. Over half a year. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Thank you for coming back again and again and again. Alrighty. These naive lackeys, they don't even know. I'm going to champ power first here, because I'd rather not have Naive Lackey in my crypt when I do it. Or Extinction, really. Alright, Cluckodon's not bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and go... Oh, we can do all of these, right? Because I have Hex Engine? Yeah, so we'll go Lackey, Extinction, Hex Engine, Cluck, unless we draw something we want to play with Lackey. Well, this is Must Answer. It gains us some life. What do you think about Verdant Chant as a one-of in the Horrors ramp deck? No, we're not playing Wellspring. We're a base... I guess we have both threshold for us. I'm about to say we're base blood, but really we just kind of have a mix. We're not deep into wild like the Kaigo True Crusader, like the standard Kaigo True Crusader that the Dragonborn built for the CCS play. Our accelerants are Runear, Hierophant, and artifact cards like this. So here's an interesting question: do I just jam the Relentless Corruption, or do I wait for him to prophecy? I feel like I should wait for. Sure. I feel like I should wait for him to prophecy. What do you think? I'm gonna take a minute. We're up a few minutes on the clock. Comment in chat what you think. I think I should just hold this. We have the 3/3 on the table, so until we get behind, I think we just wait. And I'm gonna hold this in case we draw a Runear Hierophant. Yeah, I'm gonna Rabbit. I'm just gonna wait. Until we get to parity or behind, we're just gonna. How many sites has he played, I guess, is a good question. 1, 2... He's already played 3. That's tough. I feel like until we're behind, I want to wait. Yeah, we did do it for 4, yeah. That's why we have so many more thresholds than we have resources. I mean, it's just a long game. Alright, now that we have a Horrors of War in our hand, I'm going to do this. Waiting is for chumps! Alright, well, we fired it off there for you. I'm going to play this. This puts us up to 8. Yeah, I'm going to wait a turn. He could hit a action and play a Bumblebot out, and then we get to Horrors of War away that. Alright, show me a good card. I don't think I want that. Do I want to activate my champion power first here? Yeah, I think I do. No, this was wrong because I'm gonna Horrors of War. What am I doing? What am I doing? Chat, don't let me do things. Don't let me do things, chat. Oh, this is getting counter magicked anyways, right? That's what he's been sitting on. Nope, just burning me out. Sweet. Sweet. Alright, I should have done this after. I just... First day playing the deck, sequencing is bad. He's down to 2 resources. I cast Rage Fires, I guess. Gets his 3 power guy off the table. We have 8 resources still, so we've Horrors of War away 10 resources from both players this game. He said, why Kaigu's before horror? Because I'm a giant stupid. Come on. Come on, Corruption, and we're going to take this card that's got 2 prophecies on it. Corruption, and we're going to take this card that's got 2 prophecies on it. Can you just not draw your prophecy card? Or not be able to play your prophecy card? Another Horrors of War wouldn't be bad. It would take away his, Jeez, come on, Corruption. Come on, Corruption. Come on. Daddy needs a Corruption. Yeah, buddy. Show me action. Give me some action here. I need some hot action off the top of this deck. Ho ho. Oh, come on, really? What? He drew the cards? What? That's super frustrating. That's not how that's supposed to work. That's a real bed bug. Yep. I am gonna have to go report that one. He drew cards off the copy. I still don't think he can win because we have another corruption here. But he gave him a chance. GG's ace. The kids are currently pooping overtime. I have to change another diaper really quick. Sorry about that. Be right back.
You took my cell phone. That's why you left me alone? You're a brat. You know that? You're a little tiny brat. Yeah, I do whatever I want. Yeah, I know. That's why you're a toddler brat.
Okay, so someone's complaining about bugs and TCGs. The deck that I played on Magic Online when last time I played Magic Online, one of the main cards in that deck was broken in at the end of January, and when I stopped playing the game at the end of August, was it the end of August or middle of August, beginning of August, like August, July, like 6 months later, it was still broken. Not to mention all the bug fixes that just came out were less than, it was like 2 weeks. Two weeks. I don't think that was unreasonable.
All you do is take my stuff. Okay, fine. Here, you can have the headphones. There you go. Take the headphones.
You are cute. Can I take a picture for your mom? Nope. You don't want him on anymore? Ooh, this matchup's probably bad for us. Keeping. I'm assuming this is awful for us. One could probably use the word unwinnable. Oh, I didn't cut these. Dang it.
It'll get worse before it gets better, right? Tendrils Madork, sure. It's unfortunate that this doesn't have the 5/5 gem in it. He's kind of threshold screwed right now. So I'm going to play this for blood. And then I'm going to get this ramp rabbit going. Because hopefully we can get this Horrors of War off while he doesn't have... well, he still has cards in his hand. And then maybe we have a chance. Maybe. So we'll play this, we'll rock cast that. Well, let's see if we get on top, possibly. Yeah, I'll take another shard. I guess I could hit the ramp rabbit again here. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Sensei, sure. So let's go Underworld Crusader, rock cast the Stork, and then maybe our 4/4 can win this game. No, my VIP sub gives me Hero Fall packs. Last few weeks, ever since the set release, that's given Hero Fall packs. Play this, play color, make him sacrifice this 2/1. I mean, I guess it technically hasn't screwed us yet. I just don't think it's necessary. God, are we going to win this game because he's screwed? That would be so good. Casualty of War, also not good in this matchup. The Casualties of War are specifically in the reserves for the Mono Ruby matchup. Alright, looking like we're going to be okay. Crunch for 6 here. Play Mr. Master Moss. Okay. Clocks are coming in. Extinctions are out. I think we want the sacrifice gem on these. Yeah, I'm gonna put sacrifice and speed on these actually. I think Horrors of War and Hex Engine are supposed to come out. None of these cards on our board are very good in this matchup. Relentless Corruption's probably better than some of these other ones that we're playing. This game is probably more complicated on average than Magic is. That can be a good or bad thing depending on who you are. It has a lot of depth to it. Yeah, so I think I'm cutting 3 Horrors and a Hex Engine and the Extinctions for Klux, Horror, and Relentless Corruption. Because Corruption, his deck has things that gain life, so that's reasonable.
This hand can jump, and it's got some redraws in it, so I'm going to keep this. Don't listen to me! I'm lying about what I said! I kinda lied. Like, the basic mechanics of the game are probably on par with Magic, but like the complexity of some of the card design is definitely higher than a lot of Magic. Yeah, Hearthstone's not terribly exciting. Alright, if he has a real Yodel, draw this game with... Well, he doesn't have a Blood Threshold yet. Got that going for us. So we'll play Lily Pad here and get a Wild Threshold. We'll play Sensei. We're looking for a Rabbit or a Crusader or a Cluckodon, just something that can come down and block and close out the game. Okay, still doesn't have blood. There's the blood. That's really good because this does damage to us every time our opponent gains a charge. So the resource gave him a charge, and then this blood infusion device gave them a charge. I'm gonna play Sensei out here rather than play the corruption out right away. Alright, let's play this for blood. I'm going to leave back my Senseis. Attacking him for 1 doesn't do a ton, and I'd much rather be able to threaten a double block on a Whirling Brutalizer if he has one than anything. Alright, probably getting pretty dead here. Check for his Champ Power against this will do 2 to us. What else you got? There's the Whirling Brutalizer that I left back my Sensei to block. So this is probably going to trade into our Senseis here. Attack with both, I assume. Alright, so let's just go double block here. We're at 12. He's got damage sitting here and here. It's the 1 Horrors of War left in our deck. It's actually not the worst, is it? Play this out. Play this out on... I'm gonna get a Threshold for now. If he has a Burning Tendrils, that's really bad for us, but... Horrors for 2 could sell you all out. That's fair. I left 1 in. Maybe we want 3, especially on the play. And I want the ramp. Maybe that's better than the corruption. Like leaving the other 2 ramp, 2 Horrors. He's going to attack now, I assume. You have to draw a card when that dies. There's a Cluckodon. That's kind of tough. I think I'm supposed to go Cluck plus Rotcast here, and then next turn I can Horrors for 3 and take all of his resources away. I'm just going to play this Cluck and gain 4 life. Play this Rotcast, because this can't really attack into this, but I don't want him to be able to draw a resource and deal a damage with it. So we have 5 resources. Servant Savo gives us 1 resource at the start of our turn. And this puts us up to 7, so this puts us to 6, this will put us to 7. If he misses a shard drop here, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Hopefully. I guess he could run shards off the top of his deck, depends on how greedy his deck is. I just didn't have a lot of board card Settolution. A Troop is great here for us since this kills it. I didn't have a lot of board cards. And I wanted to... they have cards that gain life in their deck, like Blood Infusion Device and stuff like that. Alright, sweet. We're going to actually just take everything away from him. He's going to lose. Hey, you do not turn the computer off. Dad left the gate. I let you into my home, and this is how you treat me? I let you in behind the gate, and this is what you do? I'm assuming he's not blocking here. So Horrors of War, we're going to play for X is equal to 3 here. And we're each going to lose our hand, and he's going to lose 3 resources, and we're going to lose 3 resources, but we still have resources left, and he will not. And we have a Savant left, and we have a Champion Power left. We're both going to lose our troops. He's going to have a pawn and a thing on the table, but his clock is slower than ours, so sack this one. Can someone else answer off? I don't have time. I can't type with Declan on my lap. That's probably the best draw on the deck. We're just gonna just like casually 2-0 yodel. Hey, you can't have that. Your brother's watching TV. You can't turn it off. Tell him there's a full trade system. That's the big selling part about Hex. If he's played Hearthstone especially. The full buy-sell trade is so huge. I guess Auction House implies buy-sell trade, doesn't it? So we get here. This really doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll play this, make a Battle Hopper, activate this, attack for 6, and then play this, then he's dead next turn, yeah. Wow, sweet. Maybe this matchup's as bad as I think, and I definitely think Klutz is right that we're supposed to leave the Horrors in because they get greedy and get stuck on resources because their deck is kind of slim. Oh, was genuinely not expecting to win this. I guess he could go Shard into Fireball here to stay alive. GG's, bud. We're up to number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. I think we're going to play one more D-Money, and then we're going to call it a day. Dad's got to go to work in a little bit. Whoa! Yeah, well, the other games aren't TCG. He can't hear me, but the other games aren't TCGs. They're collectible card games. And collectible card games only exist online. Correct, yeah. The lack of trading is so awful. It's a big barrier. Like, that's the reason I haven't tried Eternal. Or I played some Eternal. So here's why I haven't. Hey! Okay, you're getting kicked out.
I let you into my barrier, and this is how you repay me? I let you in behind my barrier, and this is how you repay me? By attacking my stuff? Out! You are evicted.
This hand obviously needs shards, but we run off one shard. The sensei will hopefully run us into a second one. I'm actually going to play this for wild here and not play the Lakian one, because if we draw a blood shard next turn, I want to be able to play this. Four, 5 and 1, Klutz. I think 4 and 1. It's more like Dad Prison. I tweeted a picture of it a while back. Okay. Swing and a miss. This matchup's probably awful for us. This is the matchup I was thinking about when I put the Inquisitions in the board. Relentless Corruption isn't particularly good in this matchup. I guess it's okay, but it's not great. Alright, well. We get to actually play a game, which is nice. Hopefully. Opponent's probably playing Clash Control. They could be playing a mid-range deck, possibly. Peak. Okay, so not playing my list, so no, all bets are off. This, I think, is a lot worse than Change Course a lot of the time. When you need this card to be good, Change Course is better. And in the late game, they're both similar. Come on, Shard. We really want to hit a Shard that makes a temporary resource. He has to discard here, which is great for us since we mulliganed and missed a Shard drop. But if we get to get this Ruiner Hierophant on the line and get some resources going here, that would be amazing. Yeah, that's true. A lot of these versions are playing counterspells for whatever reason. And again, I've played a lot of variations of these decks, and I don't think the counterspell versions are very good. But that doesn't mean, just because I don't think something is good doesn't mean other people don't play it. Well, there's lots of things that I think that aren't great that see play in all sorts of TCGs, so. Get our Ramp Rabbit going here. I mean, Hex has banned a card. So, where fair is fair. Hearthstone just has a different stance on that. They'd rather modify than ban, which they both have different effects. You get Clash of Willed here. Clash isn't even that good, it just takes 1 power off the table. Destroy target opposing troop, that sucks. Oh, never mind. He has troops in his deck, for whatever reason. Select none. Confirm. Man, I had the saddest Evo pool the other night. It had 2 Mama Yetis in it and no babies. Oh, I'm a big dumb stupid. Remember that thing I kept saying to myself? Let's just play this out here. This card isn't that good in this matchup because he has like Void and Martyr based removal and Bring to Light and Clash of Steel, so I missed a point of damage there. So if we end this game with him at 1 at some point, that's our fault. Drawing Horrors of War here would be nice. So we get to do it for 3 and keep our Ruiner Hierophant. Alright, so I'm going to do this. My sequencing is just so bad this game. I get a Shard back. Two troops in here. I'm gonna hold on to this for now. Play this out. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna do this now. Because he could have counter magic. Make him have his Clash. And even if he has the Clash, we still have a 5/5 left over. This card's particularly bad in this matchup. Need to dodge Clash and Mass Polydingler here. Hashtag all the Underworld Crusaders. Yeah, I'm not playing either of these out. Let's make him answer what's on board. If he kills one of these, which I'm assuming there's a repel here. Yeah, he's repelling that. He's taking 6, so I am going to play another Crusader here because it puts lethal on the table. And actually, let's think about this. If he has Shard Bird, counter magic, sure. So I'm just going to play another one out then. If he has Shard, he can get his Bird back. He won't draw cards off it, but he will gain life. Voiding cards in general has a new animation. If he doesn't have a Shard here, he's in a lot of trouble. Alright, a little bit better than Change Course, I guess. It's unfortunate the rest of these cards are voided, so I don't get the dice trigger on either of those things to draw cards. Rocket Rabbit? Casual draw 3, not bad. See if he's got a transmog or something there if you're just getting beat for 4. Sweet. Miss a shard. One more turn. One more turn, bud. I believe in you. Miss a shard drop. I believe. I believe. No. Okay, so now he gets his champion power for 7 charges, returns a troop from his crypt to play under his control. So he's going to put his Silver Talon back into play, which is a 3/2 flyer that gains him life if he has less life than us. And it draws him cards if he has less cards than us, but he's got 3 cards and we have 2. Sure. Yep. Seems good. All my resilient threats are pretty bad in this matchup. He's gonna attack with both here, because if he wants to eat this, then he can't trade with this. And he might want to double block here. Nope, okay. Play out another one of these and pass the turn back. He knew about this one, so I really don't want to extend the clash. Oh, I guess this pressures him. Yeah, screw it. He knows my last card's a shard because it was revealed from the Cottontail Explorer. If we get Mass Poly Dinglered here, it didn't matter if it was in play or in our hands. Oracle Song, sure. If you attack, my guys have Skyguard. Okay, he's playing Clash. This is a free attack because he's playing Clash. No? Okay. Can block there and go to 1. Hopefully repels one of these Crusaders. Yeah, that's sweet. Get to lose 2, draw 2, because this actually died. Oh, lose 4, draw 4. Sign me up. That was the next best thing to killing him here, was drawing 4 cards. Probably blocking, I assume. Play the shard that he knows about. And then go boop, boop, boop. Playing this out puts lethal on the table. Unfortunately, I can't. This says destroy target opposing card with the scrounge, so I can't just play it and I can't play it and kill my naive lackey to draw a card. Good top deck. So Mass Poly Dingler looks at my hand and turns every troop I have in play and my hand into these 0/1 pus-ridden monsters. Can we have our best draw? We have 4 Horrors of War in our deck, right? You haven't been to any of them? Horrors of War. Sure. It's a speed guy, I guess. Rawr. Gain a resource. So this is, we're at 15, 17, 18, possibly 19. So we could Horrors away 8 of his resources. 9 of his, no, 8, 9. Oh yeah, it would be 9 of his resources next turn if this gets to attack.
He said, "Nice top deck." Well, it's like it was in fact like the 6th best top deck in our deck. Okay, now we can horrors for less. Is last card removal? Please don't be removal. All right, now that was a good top deck. Speedy rabbits away. Hey. Hey. He's got 2 shards in his hand. All right. Oh, all right. Hold on, half. So corruptions in. There's probably dark hearts in his deck. Lackey doesn't seem very good. Sensei doesn't seem great. I think I like the gems on both of these. I guess intimidation's probably better than. Oh, +1 and crush. Yeah, let's do that. Make these guys bigger and better. They can crush over his idiots. And when he doesn't have idiots, they're just better. Extinction we don't need. I can cut a troop. I can cut an Ardent, one of these guys, Underworld troop, because I brought in Gemborn Prowler. Oh, Rockcast doesn't do anything. I think Casualty of War is fine, because again, if he has Darkheart, I want to be able to kill it in the spot, so I think 4 ways to do that is plenty. We have Pawn as well. Gemborn Prowler, Pawn. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think I want any of these other cards in my deck. I'm pretty happy with speed on this Stork. I think I'd rather cut color. Alright, I'll bring the color back in. That's probably fair. The lackeys are just like useless. The lackeys are nice fodder for his what's it called? The Darkheart. Rotcast hits his Shaper. Oh, I forgot he has Shaper, doesn't he? God, his build is weird. I forgot we Rotcasted Shaper last game. We also got through most of his deck and he only saw 1 Shaper, so and he can empower that and then it doesn't hit it. This hand seems very, very serviceable. Shard is exactly what we wanted to draw. Hey, baby banana duck. If he doesn't hold up counter magic next turn, we are definitely going to Relentless Corruption him. We've got some Servo Servants here. Servo Servants? Servo Servants? Servo Servants, sure. Should learn how to pronounce things. If he leaves counter magic up, I'm going to play out this. If he doesn't leave counter magic up, I'm going to play out this. Yeah, so play second Sapphire, representing counter magic. I'm just going to go ahead and play this, and then start by crunching in for 1. We have another Servant in our hand, so it's a little awkward if he has the counter magic, but I think that's much better than running a Relentless Corruption, which is a pretty valuable resource in the late game into his counter magic possibly here. And if he just passes the turn without using any resources, we're pretty content with that as well. And now we can just start activating this every turn and just beating down for 3. Don't want to overcommit too much. You can play Silver Talon and draw 2 cards? Nope. Yep, and like I said, he's not doing anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and activate this and crunch in here. If he wants to go ahead and repel or whatever this battle bot, and we can go ahead and resolve our first Relentless Corruption through counter magic. All his shields are down. He just wants to take the damage, that's fine. Take 3, and I'm going to play this other Servant out here. And now, I'm going to be done committing things to the table. He might counter magic this one, because it's just like 5 power on the table. Sure, man. Turned it into a 1-2. Draw a card. You may pay one of these for each artifact you control. That's... okay. Okay, so next turn we're going to have 5 resources, and this will cost us 6 to use. So if we draw a resource, we're just going to start drawing cards with this. Let's do the card advantage again. Okay, there's a Talon. So he draws a card to gain some life. So we're gonna go ahead and Relentless Corruption this turn. Just get these into our deck with more. So Relentless Corruption draws 1 card off of my opponent's deck, and then all the Relentless Corruptions in our deck increase the number of cards they draw by 1. So the next Relentless Corruption we draw is going to draw 2 cards. Hey, look, it's Arcane Focus. Hopefully into another Relentless Corruption. I'm actually going to take the shard at this point. I don't think I want another threat just yet. I'm going to activate this because if we get the focus, I'll play it again. Where's the boar? Okay. Did we put any troops into our crypt is a real question. We did not. So Horrors of War, again, this is the card the deck's built around, so we got these accelerants and the artifacts. Each champion discards X card, sacrifices X troops, and loses X resources. This costs 1 XX. So if we play it for 5, everyone loses 2 things. If we play it for 7, everyone loses 3 things, etc. I don't know what Disciple does, so you should post card text, not just card names. Play out Merciless Color here. And then if he counters this, we can play the Ramp Rabbit and get in there. And now that he's done that and just let that resolve, I'm just going to go ahead and activate the Savant here and crunch in for 3. Again, we've got some pressure on the table, so let's just attack. Oh, we don't have a ton of troops. I guess we have some troops in the deck. I don't know. We don't have a ton of troops. So we've got 2 troops in our crypt now, which means that this Death's Head Rider, when it comes into play, we can scrounge it to make an opposing champion attack for troop, or we have this pawn that can destroy something when it comes into play. Okay, and he's tapped out here, so he's not going to be able to... Wait. That's really strange. Why would you do... Huh. Well, I'm going to Relentless Corruption and see what we get off of his deck, since he's tapped out here. Oh, I guess he could Verdict us. Oh, that's wrong. I should Death's Head first. Peek, sure. He can peek into Verdict. I should Death's Head first to get rid of this, because he can't Verdict this, because Verdict costs 2. Or countermand. Well, our own Verdict of the Ancient King sounds great for forcing through our... Let's go ahead and put this into play. Looking for... That would not require expensive stuff. There's nothing in the interest. So, PanQ? They literally today, with the new patch that rolled out, there is a control deck that you can buy for 1,500 platinum.
For 1,500 platinum in the auction house, you can buy a control deck that was designed by Varanus and myself, and Chris Van Meter gave him some input on it, but Varanus did the legwork. It's a Winter Moon kind of Star Pathfinder control deck, and it's fairly sweet. Yeah, I think we're going to play this next turn. He's got an Empowered Cyclone Shaper back in play. I don't know if they have the specific deck list posted. I'm not sure. I don't have to do with that portion of it. I don't have anything to do with. Play this out. I think I'm gonna empower this. Oh no, if I empower this it goes back, right? So I shouldn't empower this. If you empower a card, it turns back into the original threshold, so you don't want to do that. Ooh, it just cost XX.
Hi, family. It's hot down here.
I think I'm going to play this rabbit and just get in there and get a resource out of it, just like turn this into a ramp spell.
You know it's really warm down here.
Feels nice. Oh, is it cold upstairs?
No, it's really warm down here. Hi, family. Come see me. What happened to your eye?
And that's fine, because I want to horrors next turn, and now he has possibly one less counter magic. Just going to pass here. Does it not turn back anymore? It used to turn back every time. Servo Savant. So I could just horrors for 3 here and get rid of all of his troops. I could play the Servant. I think I'm just supposed to horrors for 3 here. I can keep my 2 flying guys and start beating down. This card's pretty tough. We don't have any hero falls in our deck, so we can't answer Mad Robomancer terribly efficiently. It might be I might want like 2 hero falls in the reserve. 4 Casualty of War might be too many. He's got a bunch of cards in his hand still, and we do not, but this is the best we can do. He's going to be down to 5 resources here. It gets rid of all his resource stats in play. It gets rid of all of his troops. I'm going to keep my 2 troops with flight because he has Mad Robomancers in his hand. Alright, we'll see if that's able to buy us enough tempo. I don't think that's going to be enough, but we'll see. You know what he expects the blood verdict. Okay, goes in for the Red Robomancer. Which again, every time he plays one of this, it creates a random action in his hand. Whenever he plays an action, he gets a copy of the Robomancer in his hand. So just kind of self-enabling. Let's go ahead and play this. What do we want to draw out of here? Probably something that kills this. Like the 4/3 would probably be pretty good that scrounges. Classic Kagalichi back, the one transmogged card you can't play. Yep, the old 1 in 15 to get your activation blanked and a card stuck in my hand. Alright, that's not bad. I guess there might have been merit to keeping this to draw cards. We only had 5 resources though, so like that didn't seem very good to keep it. This can void one of his Mad Robomancers, but he's just got a bunch of them in his hand. He might get a Sapphire Alpha Corruption. That's very true, actually. And Corruption, I think, is the way we can get back into this game. We can Corruption into... I'm going to void the one he has in play here.
Hi, my love. How was your day?
Okay, we have a 5/4. It brawls with that. Sounds good. Till it gets transmogged or clashed or martyred or whatever. I don't think he's playing Bring to Justice.
Mwah. Stop hitting me. Mwah.
Lamify. Alright, that seems much worse than Bring to Justice. I guess it could have been a random. Was likely a random. Relentless Corruption! Corruption! It never fails that when I'm planning to leave for work shortly, and I want to play one more before we close out the stream, that we get in a long match. Got about 20 minutes before I gotta go though, so it should be okay, hopefully. Alright, there's the Corruption, but he probably has Counter Magic. I'm gonna concede to Counter Magic here. No, here's Change Course, okay. I guess a lot of his can's probably random actions and Robomancers at this point. Tom, I gather you're catching us right at the tail end here. Well, speaking of Counter Magic and the Sapphire to make a random action. Man, the world's my oyster. Oh, I should have done. Yeah, that was. Well, we'll take another Relentless Corruption. And we know he didn't have Counter Magic for the first one, so let's play another one here. Ooh! Ooh, I found a piece of candy! We said Corruption was the way we could win this game. We've got our blood magic to protect it. I'm gonna jump with this llama so we can keep our servant here. Oh, he's gonna tap the llama, sure. We're gonna take 8 and go to 1. I'm probably gonna die to this. That's unfortunate. Sure. Alright, need to draw removal for this. Okay. Oh, come on. Good beats. Alright, I guess we just hope he messes up with this Clash of Steel. Pick this, kill us. Yep, alright. We could have had a chance there, but he drew counter magic off one of his things. So what am I supposed to do? He has Empress of the Ice cost 3 as well, right? I think that makes this better than Casualty of War. Yeah, let's do that. Take this game on the play. Hopefully. Corruption almost got there. First couple resolves. Oh, it's the first time Heck's taken a nap today. I thought it would be done taking naps after the update. You peak for the roll as a decade, right? I think we might have been short of that, but it would have been close. Hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you're at. It's going to be our last game of the day. Got almost 200 people in here. Thank you for being here. Sure, but I'd rather have a card that hits, what's it called? Yep, this says, ooh, it does not have a rabbit for this, I guess. Yeah, I don't think casualties good. I want to add probably 2 hero fatal reserves. Maybe just go 2/2 with the casualties. Well, he must have misclicked there. He just played a well on turn 1, which does not make a threshold. That was an excellent draw. Sweet. So we might just get to have a really aggressive, or just a really fast Horrors of War. Just the turn 3 Runeer into Servant. And I kept a hand with no color shard. Okay, yep. Sure. Alright, well this is going to be a slaughter. Hopefully. He said GG, is he just conceding? I mean, I would take that. It sucks for you all that want to watch a game, but I gotta take a shower and go to work. I mean, you can do signature decks. I think the concept of them is sweet. I wish they would have. They were super cautious when they were having us design them about not affecting the market. So the decks actually cost. The decks actually cost a little bit more to buy from the shops. You're paying for convenience, basically, than it would be to just piece them together yourself. The convenience is nice, so people pay for convenience all the time. But like Magic, for instance, they often put cards into decks that are worth more than you're paying for them. No, he said I disconnected. He said he joined the chat to see if I had left the game for some reason, which is fair. It's not uncommon knowledge that I stream. This is game 3. He kept an awkward hand. He didn't realize he only had wells in his hand, which in his defense, I've done that before too when I'm not paying attention. So, the Horrors of War deck was really sweet. I wonder how much that card's going to go up by now. It's a mythic, and we're playing 4 of them. So, I will catch y'all later. I'm going to be at the SCG Open in Indianapolis this weekend, so I won't have any surprise extra streams, but you can follow